Hey guys, welcome back. This video is going to be a little bit different today. I've been asked to do a house tour and I thought I would start with the kitchen. I think it's going to be a little long if I tried to do a whole house tour in one video, but I'll start with the kitchen, maybe the dining area, and just kind of take you guys through the area that we live in. I'll give you a little bit of a background. We have been in this house about 4.5 years now. We did build it. I had a lot of input with the design with our architect who we knew really well. I would do a few things differently, but I'm very happy with the way it turned out. And I am pretty sure that I have loaded the Q&A by now, so you guys know that I live in New Orleans. There's not a lot of area to build on. All the houses are longer and narrow usually, so that's how this house is designed as well. And it's not a true shotgun or anything like that, but it is a longer than it is wide. So I'll just take you through. I'm not going to be in this, I'll be talking, but I'm going to flip you around so that I can walk and show you the kitchen. Here's the kitchen if you're looking from the back of the house. So the front of the house is that area up there. Where's my hand? That area up there, that's our entrance, and this is just kind of the middle, and I'm actually standing kind of on the perimeter of the living room and the dining breakfast area that I'm painting to right now. And that's the window seat, the table, and there's this hutch area. That is one of the only things that survived Katrina. For us, we were actually given that from Michael's grandmother for our wedding. And I'll go into that a little bit more. And those are Brady's school bags. They are not a permanent fixture in our kitchen living room area, but they end up there all the time. You know how it is. So coming this way, I'll just kind of show you what it looks like when you first come in. So this is the entrance, which we're not getting into, and that's a mess on the stairs. Real life, isn't it? If you're coming in from the front, there's just a door that you come through right here. It's not a door, it's a casing, I guess, that you would come through, and this is what you would see. And right here is where I keep just things to help keep us organized, calendars, whatnot, any papers that they need to reference, and the family calendar for the month. Sometimes I'm good about getting it up at the first of the month, sometimes a little bit earlier, sometimes a little bit later. Everybody has a color. Anything that we need to know for anybody is pretty much on this calendar. This is the pantry. I'll look at that in a minute, but that's the pantry. That's the coat closet. That is where our bedroom is. And there's a pocket door here that just kind of seals this whole area off for noise or whatnot, if we have something going on and somebody doesn't want to hear any noise. So I'll just start with the island. I wanted a fairly large island that people could gather around and eat or whatever. I didn't want the sink in the island. I didn't want the cooktop in the island. I wanted it to be just a clean spot. My bar stools are from Ballard Designs. They are still available there the last time I looked, and I do love them. The countertop material is quartzite. It's not the same as quartz, which is the man-made countertop material. It's a natural stone, just like marble or granite. I went over budget on the countertop because I found this and just fell in love with it. The remnant of it is on our fireplace. I wanted marble, or I wanted the look of marble, something that was nice and clean and didn't have a whole lot of busyness to it, like, I don't want to say splotchiness, but I don't know, because this is busy, but it's more linear. I just wanted something that had a flow to it. I guess that's the right word. And kind of had some gray. I couldn't find a lot of granite that had gray in it. It was either brown or just really dark, and I wanted something light and airy, and I found this, fell in love with it, and we ended up with it. Marble, I knew I was gonna have to baby a lot and kind of be more of a slave to my countertops. This, I don't. It is so freaking durable. I can spill anything on it. We've knocked it around. It is super solid. I love it. And if I think of the exact name of this, I will put it in the description box. God, I'm blanking on the name. If you look around the kitchen, you see that I am very big on drawer storage as opposed to cabinet. I just think drawers are a lot more functional. Over there, you'll see that's just our corner Super Susan in there. It swivels. And that's our garbage can. And under sink is cabinet storage. But everything else is pretty much a drawer, except for here it's just a very narrow cabinet. It's probably a disaster in here. Not really. I just find it a lot more functional, and all of our drawers do have the soft close on them because I just thought that was important. So that is our storage, and I wanted the drawer microwave, which I just thought was cool and really good for kids. You can push the button to open and close it, or you can pull it and push it closed. And my husband was really skeptical on this, and now he loves it. I love it. We all love it. It's great, very functional. You can put beverages in there, nothing spills. And here's our range. It is a 36. I think the standard range is 30 inches, and we got the 36 inch, not the big Mac Daddy 48. I didn't need that. And our hood, which I helped come up with the design on that, and I'm very happy with the way it turned out. And my backsplash, really toyed over the backsplash, and I don't think the color is coming out the way it is in person. It's really more of a greenish blue grade color, and there's a crackle finish on it. Can you see that? But there's more green in it than I think is reflecting to you guys. And God, I can't even tell you how many backsplashes I brought in here and looked at when we were building. And of course, you don't have your lighting in here. You don't have half of your stuff in here, so it's really hard to tell what's gonna work. And originally I was gonna go with marble, but when I had it with the island sample, it looked terrible. We ended up with that. And what else do I have going on in here? We did do a combination of glass cabinets as well as closed storage. I didn't want everybody to necessarily see my spices and baking goods, so I kept those two closed on either side of the hood. This over here is just kind of the spice cabinet, which is super uninteresting. You know, stuff that we cook with. This side is the baking side because functionality wise, that's just the way we use things. Oh, and peanut butter and syrup, because when you're in the refrigerator getting your freezer things and toasting things, that's where you reach for. So that's over there. And for all the things that we keep neat, I use glass cabinets for those. Plates and everything are over here. And then I just have some cookbooks that we reach for more frequently over here. And that is my wine glass that is mine. I use that when we have parties or gatherings, or if I'm just having a glass of wine at night. A friend slash coworker had me as a Secret Santa a couple of years ago and gave that to me. And I just loved it. And then plus my name means crowned one. So I don't think she knew that, but that's my wine glass. I'm gonna be very upset if it ever breaks. So I love it, love it, love it. So those are our things in this cabinet. And the plates cabinet is probably the messiest cabinet. That's usually where our big stack of plates goes, but most of those are in the dishwasher. I had them put in a big, deep white sink. I love this thing. It's great. My husband was also skeptical about that. He doesn't like change, but now I think he's gotten used to it. He likes it now. And we have, you know, just a swivel faucet. I like this faucet though. I'll show you guys. So it switches from, you can switch it to spray, switch it back, and then pause it. So if you're going to go fill up something way over here, you can totally pause it, which is pretty cool. And it self-retracts too. So, and then I just have a little tray for dish soap, hand soap, and lotion. I have to have lotion in the kitchen. My hands need lotion almost all the time. This kind of crapped out on us. It just stops up all the time and we haven't replaced it. So that's why we have these up here, which I think looks nicer anyway. They don't really match right now because it's fall and I always change out my soaps for fall and I don't change out my lotions. I guess I should. And the kids' little, actually those are just my daughter. My son is over making those, but I've kept those up there. and just a pitcher, and then my coffee maker, which is on right now. And I keep glasses over here, and just kind of smaller plates and bowls that we don't use as much are up high. And I love these juice glasses. I found these, I think I got these on either Rue La La or Haute Look. I don't know, maybe Jocelyn Maine with a little bee on them. I just love those juice glasses. And you can tell they're well used because they're almost empty. Coffee mugs go, this is kind of my coffee area. Coffee mugs are all in there, which you can see. A lot of those are in the dishwasher too. And my coffee's right here. And then we have these beverage drawers right here on the other side of the island. And I'm so glad we put these in. We actually put them in originally because we thought we may not have enough storage in the counter depth refrigerator over there, just being a little more narrow than a regular refrigerator. And we do, we have plenty of room in there, but actually if we had drinks and everything in there, I'm not so sure. With as many kids are in here and adults. We don't usually keep wine in here. That's usually kept in the pantry in a wine refrigerator. But I had a girls' night the other night, and it was nice because we didn't want to keep going behind the bar. We do have a bar over there. I'll touch on that another day. I had kind of the wine glasses all set up over here, and then I had red wine set up there, and I was able to put the white wine in here, and we didn't have to just keep going to all different places. And I was able to just keep it contained in here and not have just a separate ice bucket or anything like that. And because it was just a super casual night. So it was nice to have that. And this is what it is. It's just a beverage refrigerator, and the electricity went out. That's why it's blinking. It is Electrolux, and I have really enjoyed these. And that is that. I'm trying to get out of the sunlight. Oh, in the island, I did this. This was something that my builder was kind of like, oh, that's a good idea. I put hidden storage underneath the island down here, just for serving pieces and things we need at Thanksgiving and parties. That's electrical box, because there's a plug around on this side that we keep an iPhone or plug or iPod plug over there. So yeah, so we just have some narrow storage around here. I was determined to have every single space for storage we could utilize in this kitchen. And our lights. I love my lights. I think they are by Currey and Company. I got them from our local lighting store. Now we can move over to this little area right here, which I had to have my window seat. This actually we had to, when we were building, totally stand here and reconfigure this on the concrete floor. We had to draw this out, my architect, my builder, and I, because the window came in the wrong size. It was actually, I think, supposed to be the same size as the kitchen window, but it came in bigger. So I'm actually grateful for that, but it really screwed up the cabinets because they were supposed to face outwards, just like these cabinets, and I was gonna have them be clear. Now I am so glad that they turned out the way they did. We tried all kinds of different configurations. We were gonna go catty-cornered, and I don't know. Anyway, we came up with this, and I'm glad. And I just keep in this side all of my holiday and dressy china and crystal. And you can tell some of these I have never used, which is kind of sad, but it looks like I have a lot, but we use it all. We have a lot of people at family gatherings, and we use all of this. And up at the top, we have just pieces that are not used as much. And I'm really glad I have those cabinets up there too. You think you're never gonna use those up high, but you do use them when you need to. And I do have plugs back here on either side. And this side is just more like cookbooks that I probably need to clear out. I think I've purged these like 3 times, and I keep not using them. So I need to purge those. And then this is just extra travel coffee mugs and our box set of Lost, because it won't fit in width-wise into those. They're a little bit too narrow over there. So we keep it over here, and I will not get rid of that. And these drawers, this is gonna look terribly unorganized, but there's really a method to the madness. This is just where I keep candles, extra soaps, votives, things like that. So everything goes down in here. And of course I've recently bought a bunch of candles, so I'm really kind of squeezing everything in here right now. But I had to have drawer storage in this window seat because I knew I would never access storage if it was flip top storage. This is my daughter's drawer. And this is where I keep all birthday and things like that. And there's Luke's dog food. My regret here is that I didn't use these sides for drawers. I don't know what I was thinking. Because, I mean, you can never have too much storage. Why did I do that? I don't know. One thing about the kitchen that I forgot to point out is that I did do casement windows that crank open sideways because I knew I would never ever open the windows if I had to raise and lower them. And I'm so glad that I did that. I love the windows. And we don't open them all the time, but when I want them open, it's so much easier. So now we have the, I don't know, dining room, breakfast room. And I didn't do a formal dining room because we had one in our older house, and our older house was smaller, and we never ever used that space because no one went in that room. And I wanted to have a big open space because we have people that come in and out all the time, and I wanted to use the space, and we do. People are at this table all the time. The consequence is that this black table, which I love, it is the sturdiest table. We got this right after Katrina. I mean, it's built so solid, but it is trashed. I would never get another black table. All the craft projects that have been done on this, like, that's permanent. It's not coming off. So I want to have it either repainted, something. I haven't decided what I want to do to it. I want it like a driftwood color. I just don't know if I am someone that can tackle doing chalk paint on all these chairs and the table, but I do want to have it redone. And this rug is from West Elm, and I do love the rug in the room. And my light fixture, is that Currey and Company? I can't remember. And you can't really even see the color. It's much lighter than what it's coming off. And there's a bulb out, real life, people. I tried to replace the bulb the other day, and we don't have any candelabra bulbs. So that is my light fixture, which I really like the way it looks with the other lights in here. Okay, so we have had this hutch since we were married. It was a wedding gift from one of Michael's grandmothers, and it had these 3 shelves with kind of scrolly iron accents on the side of the shelves. I decided that the scrolliness just did not fit with our house anymore. So I got rid of the shelves. I had had those 2 sconces underneath the guest bed for a really long time. I kind of forgot about them because they had been in there for a really long time. And I was cleaning out under the guest bed, found the sconces, and I started hunting around for a mirror. And I got that one. It's either Pottery Barn or Ballard. I want to say it's Ballard. I got the sconces for dirt cheap from, I think, TJ Maxx or Marshall's or somewhere, and I had to get them at that point because I knew I would probably not find anything that I would like for that kind of a price. So I kind of just put that together, and that's what's been there. But I do want to paint that or something. I feel like it's a little bit too warm for the room. I don't know. I mean, it's fine. It's livable. You know, there's lots of things you always want to do. It's never done. I am one that always likes to rearrange and decorate and do things like that. And let's go to the pantry. Oh, and my daughter painted this cross. I feel like I need to point that out because she does these little projects and they come out really, really well. I mean, she's 11. I think she painted that cross when she was 9 or 10. And it was like a school project. And then she did this little crawfish and that tree over there. She did that too. And there is a dove on our mantle that she did, which I'll go through that when we do the living room. So if you go this way through the pocket door, this is our pantry. And I feel like I should have had the door closed and opened because if I did put a different knob on this pantry door just to differentiate it from the other 2 doors. I don't know if anyone notices that but me, but it's the little things that I like. If you open it, the light comes on, and I thought that was a great idea when we built the house. And it was a terrible idea because the kids And the dog will come in and browse around like he's looking for something to eat, and then the pantry door just stays open. It was just a really bad idea. And so now that's just the way it is, and I guess I could change it, but I just haven't. So when you go in, there is a wine refrigerator here, which I think is still broken. There's always something breaking. This is the Halloween candy that I need to dump out or figure out what to do with. And you know, it's not organized the way I normally like to organize it, but I live with other people and that's just what happens. I designed this pantry, the shelves and the configuration of them the way I wanted it, and had my builder build it this way. I just knew exactly what I wanted, and that's what they did. I knew I wanted this side to be narrower for cans and things like that, and I knew I wanted this side to be deeper and this side to be a little more narrow, but not as narrow as the can side. I knew this was going to be the snack side. And we have one extra shelf over here that goes all the way over to go a little bit higher. And so this is the pantry. And behind the door, I just have things that are hanging to help clean the house. And I think that might be the conclusion of the kitchen tour. I do believe that's it, guys. I've been talking for like 25 or 30 minutes, I feel like, and that's it. That is my kitchen. I hope you enjoyed the kitchen tour and found it somewhat entertaining. I don't know. I know you guys have been wanting me to do a house tour, and I figured I would start with this area. We're in this area all the time. We come through here, we eat here, we walk through here dozens of times a day. And, you know, this is just a part of our everyday life. So I will do another installment at some point soon. I'm not quite sure when, and I'll tackle another room or rooms so that hopefully the videos won't be too long. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.